Time now for the morning rush. There will be massive reopenings across the state this morning. The state announced that 14 counties are now in the yellow and 4 are in the green. That's of the reopening tiered system. Well, this allows indoor dining capacity to increase to 25% in yellow counties and 50% in green counties. In addition, New Mexicans can once again travel out of state without having to quarantine when they get back.
New overnight, deputies investigating a homicide in southwest Albuquerque. Officers say around 2 o'clock this morning they responded to a shooting call where they found a man dead in the street near 98th and Tower. Police say before this call they got reports of a crash on the same street. They're now working to see if the two incidents are related.
And we're waking up with fog on the east side of the state this morning. That should clear, leading to sunny skies today. We will see an area of high pressure keeping us mild and sunny this afternoon, but our next system will be moving onshore to the Pacific and arriving by tomorrow.
New this morning, Senator Cliff Pirtle is pushing to open up the lottery scholarship to homeschool students. Right now, homeschoolers are eligible in 2 ways. That's by transferring to a public school before graduation or taking the GED exam. Senator Pirtle wants to remove those requirements. The state has expressed concern that the move could mean that some students who get the scholarship are not ready for college.
Looking ahead for you, a series of pandemic relief bills are headed to the State House. Senate Bill 1, which passed unanimously, would give tax breaks to small businesses and to low-income families. Senate Bill 2 waives liquor license fees for this year. And Senate Bill 3 extends the state's Small Business Recovery Act, giving $500 million in aid over the next 2 years. This morning, the 2 boys at the center of an Amber Alert are safe while their mother faces charges. APD found them at an Albuquerque hotel yesterday afternoon, 2 days after Clarissa Covington took them without CYFD permission. Authorities say Covington was dating Fabian Gonzalez, the man connected to the death of Victoria Martins, but there's no indication that he was involved. Erica.
And here's a look at the Metro Threat Index. It is practically 0 today because we'll be staying sunny and mild with light winds across most of the state.
Springer Municipal School administrators say that they are out thousands of dollars after someone broke in and stole valuable equipment. The break-in reportedly happened sometime after the staff left on January 26th. They say that the thief made off with their sound system and all of their spare Chromebooks and iPads for the students. Well, the district asked that anyone who has any information to call the Springer Police Department.
Interesting news. APD says meth has been linked to half of last year's 10 officer-involved shootings. APD says they're now working on ways to better recognize the difference between meth use and behavioral health issues, which they say can be difficult. This morning, Americans are encouraged to wear 2 masks. The CDC says that they found that wearing a cloth mask over a surgical mask can offer more protection against the coronavirus, or about 95% more. The CDC has now updated their guidance, encouraging people to double up. Albuquerque concert venues are gearing up to welcome back live entertainment. Local music fans spotted rescheduled shows popping up on ticketing websites. We also noticed concerts at Isleta Amphitheater have been rescheduled starting in June. As of right now, concerts are not allowed in the state. The governor's office has not said when that could happen. With many New Mexicans working from home, some businesses are wondering if they have a need for office space. Local experts suspect that businesses will ditch their physical office and stay remote. According to Colliers, the Albuquerque metro area historically has about a 15% vacancy rate for office space. The company thinks that could jump to close to 20% over the next couple of years. Developers are moving forward with plans at Windrock. Goodman Realty made their pitch to build 200 new high-end apartments and townhomes on Indian School in Pennsylvania. The plan calls for 3 buildings, 1 for the townhomes and 2 for apartments with roof gardens, a courtyard, and a pool. Construction is scheduled to begin in the winter. New news for you this morning. After months of delays, residents will finally be able to move into the tiny home village. That's right. The 30 tiny homes will serve as transitional housing for people who are homeless. Residents will only pay $30 a month, and the village can house up to 45 people. Voters approved the bond funding the nearly $5 million project. 7 of the state's New Mexico's historic sites will reopen to the public this weekend. They include Fort Sumner, Fort Stanton, and Fort Selden. These sites will be operating under a modified schedule starting on Saturday with a visitor capacity of 75 people or 25% capacity, whichever is smaller. Visitors are required to wear a mask and social distance.
Now let's get a look at that morning drive. As you head out the door, no major slowdowns or crashes to report. So that's good news. And here's a look at tracker heading east on I-40 near Rio Grande. It looks like things are moving right along.
Take a look at this right here. An artist in Finland is getting some attention after creating this giant snow drawing. Jan Pico completed the piece with help from a group of volunteers, and there are thousands of footsteps. The drawing measures nearly 600 feet in diameter, and Finnish media says it could be the largest snow drawing ever made in that country. Some beautiful work right there.
Wow, that's spectacular.
On this day, February 11th, back in 1899, the Great Arctic Outbreak brought frigid air to New Mexico, and many minimum temperature records were broken, including in Clayton. Clayton dropped to -18, the coldest February temperature ever on record, and we have more Arctic air arriving this weekend.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, some music acts are planning their return to the Duke City. Music fans have spotted the rescheduled shows spots popping up on ticketing websites. Now, we found that on Live Nation. Concerts at Isleta Amphitheater have been rescheduled starting in June. As of right now, concerts are not allowed in the state. The governor has not said when that could happen.
On to number 4, new this morning. Springer Municipal School administrators say that someone broke in and stole $15,000 worth of valuable equipment, including their sound system and all of their spare Chromebooks and iPads. The break-in reportedly happened after staff left on January 26th.
And at number 3, we have one more nice day before the weather is going to start cooling down. We'll make it into the low 60s today with plenty of sunshine and quiet winds.
Number 2, we're waiting on an update from police on the 2 Albuquerque brothers at the center of an Amber Alert. Their mother is in jail this morning. Police tracked down Clarissa Covington and her 3-year-old and 6-year-old sons were with her yesterday afternoon. APD says Covington was not authorized when she took them from a dental appointment on Tuesday. Covington was dating Fabian Gonzalez, the man connected to the death of Victoria Martins. Police say there's no indication that Gonzalez was involved.
That's right. And at number 1 this morning, get ready for massive reopenings as New Mexico moved from all red to mostly yellow and green. That's in about a month's time. That means that COVID-19 test positivity rates are at 5% less or lower, and Bernalillo County is yellow. So that means that restaurants can now allow indoor dining at 25% capacity, and churches can now be a third full. Now, for counties in the green, occupancy for most places is up to 50%. However, bars and movie theaters will still be closed. In addition, New Mexicans can now travel out of the state without having to quarantine when they return. The state's top doctor says that vaccines are playing a major role in that progress.